Hey guys, Brad here. I want to do a quick how-to video on how to squat, both with a barbell and with no weight at all. So, jumping right into it, the first thing I want to talk about is our stance. Now with this stance, you want your feet to be somewhere between hip and shoulder width apart. If you have issues with low back pain in the squat, I recommend going a little bit wider. With our feet, we want our toes pointed out slightly so that our knees track outward instead of caving inward. Also in the stance, we want our shoulders to be back and our head to be angled slightly down and forward, like we're looking out in front of our toes. What this head position does is it will keep our spine in a nice straight line, much straighter than if we were to be looking up into the air and craning our neck backwards. To start the move, take a deep breath in and brace at the core, pushing your abs out. What this will do is help protect our spine and keep it from arching as we drop and then raise up from the squat. As you begin the squat, start by sitting your hips backwards and then bending at the knees and pushing them outwards. Pushing the knees outwards will help keep them from caving in and help keep them safe and protected. Make sure you keep the weight in the mid-foot, not on the heels and not on the toes, as you push upward through the squat. Return to a neutral starting position, exhale, and repeat. You should aim for a depth that gets your upper leg parallel to the ground. Going any deeper than this does not offer any additional benefit, while going higher than this does not train in a full range of motion, which could result in injuries. If you cannot reach this depth, I would advise making modifications before doing things like adding weight, as it's more important to hit depth and train the full range of motion than it is to make the exercise more difficult overall. As you get better at the squat, you may want to add weight to increase its difficulty so you continue to benefit. My preferred way to do this is with a barbell squat. With a barbell squat, the move remains the same, with the only difference being that the barbell is resting on the trainee's back, the elbows are bent backward, and the hands are holding the bar. There are two acceptable positions to place the barbell in the barbell back squat. The first is a high bar back squat. This is where the bar rests on the traps of the trainee. With this position, the trainee should be able to get a little bit deeper, but will be limited on how much weight they can use. The second option that a trainee has is the low bar back squat. This is where the bar rests on the rear delts of the trainee. The benefit is that the trainee will have more leverage and can thus move more weight. However, not all trainees will have the flexibility in the shoulder joints to be able to hold the bar in this position. In neither of the positions does the bar rest on the head or neck area of the trainee. The last point to remember is that when doing the barbell squat, the elbows should be flexed backwards, not directly underneath the bar, and a flat wrist joint should be maintained. Failing to keep the elbows in a strong position will result in the trainee's wrists collapsing underneath the bar. Thus, the bar will want to roll down the trainee's back, and they will often have to arch and put themselves in a dangerous position in order to keep them from losing grip on the bar. It may be advantageous for a trainee to use their palms to grip the bar rather than trying to hold it in their fingers. What this will do is allow the elbows to stay back, and the bar will be pinned against the shelf they have created with either their lats for a high bar squat or their rear delts with a low bar squat. I hope you found this informative, and if you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out to us at virtualwellness@trihealth.com. Happy squatting!